Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Avengers Galaxy collection from Glam Polish. So this collection goes on sale May 2nd at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. In the description box below I will link the Glam site, I will link their Instagram page, and I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from this collection. So today we are working with 6 loaded jellies, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have God of Thunder, and this is a deep red jelly base, and it's loaded with holographic and iridescent glitter. So here's our first coat of God of Thunder. So this covers pretty well here on this first coat. It's not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat. Formula on this is really good, really easy to work with, not too thick. I assumed these would be a little bit on the thicker side. They are actually all very easy to work with. So here is our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats for me, depending on your application, and this does go across the board. You may opt to go in for 3 coats. All of these are going to dry down extremely textured. You may want 1 or 2 coats of a glossy top coat to finish this off, and a peel-off base coat because there's a ton of glitter in here, so removal is pretty difficult. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Gamora, and this is kind of like a Slytherin green. It is coming off a little bit more light on camera, but it is definitely more of like a primary green, and it does have those same holographic and iridescent glitter. So here's our first coat of Gamora. So this one is the most sheer of the color ones. Formula on this is good though, again, smooth and easy to work with. You do get a ton of glitter out without having to do any kind of fishing or swirling or holding the bottle upside down. I do have both the boys in the room with me right now, so I apologize if you don't like the sound of children. So this covers for the most part in 2 coats, but like I said, this is the only one that I would probably wear 3 coats on any given day. This one is also going to dry pretty textured and be pretty difficult to remove, both reasons because of the glitter. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Knowhere, and this is a kind of blurply shade with the holographic and iridescent glitter. So here is our first coat of Knowhere. So I did go a little bit thick there, but this one is also a little bit sheer and patchy on this first coat. But again, formula is smooth, easy to apply, not too thick at all, much thinner than I expected it to be. These glitters, you don't have to work to get them to kind of like lie evenly across the nail. You don't have to spread them out in any fashion. They do lie nicely. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats, but again, depending on your application, you may want to go in for 3. This one, just like the rest of them, will dry pretty textured, so you will want 1 or 2 coats of a glossy top coat to finish this off. They also look really beautiful matte, and a peel-off base coat because removal is difficult. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Titan, and this is a straight up grape purple jelly, again with those iridescent and holographic glitter. So here's our first coat of Titan, and this one is also pretty sheer on the first coat. I'm pretty much going to repeat myself throughout this entire video if you haven't noticed that already. The formulas are all virtually the same, just in a different tinted base. Spreads out nice and evenly, no fishing or swirling to get the glitters out. So here is our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Once again, depending on your application, you may want to go in for a 3rd coat. This is going to look beautiful, glossy or matte. You may need 2 coats of top coat to smooth everything out, just to rid of any texture whatsoever, and definitely a peel-off base coat or pure acetone when removing. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Endgame, and this is like a boysenberry kind of purple, and this also has the holographic and iridescent glitter. So here's our first coat of Endgame. And this one is also a little bit sheer and patchy on the first coat. Formula is again smooth, easy to apply, a little bit on the thinner side, but very easy to work with. If you don't work in too thick of a coat, you shouldn't have any issues with running or pulling. I also didn't have any issues with staining with any of these across the board. So here is our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats for me. You may want to go in for a 3rd coat of this. It will deepen the base color a little bit more and add some more dimension with the glitter. Again, you will want a glossy top coat to smooth this out, and a peel-off base coat if you don't like removing glitter. So there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Infinity War, and this is the black jelly base with the holographic and iridescent glitter. And here's our first coat of Infinity War. Mom! So this one is pretty sheer here on this first coat. This is the darkest colored base, so it does have to be a little bit more sheer to get the added elements to stand out a little bit. Formula is a little bit thinner than anything else in this collection as well, so you will have to work in a little bit thinner of coats. So here's our second coat, and that's building up well in 2 coats, but it's not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a 3rd coat. This is nice and colorful on the nail. Again, nothing is difficult to get out of the bottle, very easy to work with. And I get asked all the time about my favorite peel-off base coat, and it is from Cuticula. I will link it in the description box below if you're interested. So this is completely opaque in 3 coats for me. You will definitely want top coat to smooth this all out, and a peel-off base coat and or pure acetone for removal. So there is 3 coats. So my favorite of the collection is God of Thunder. Not only is Thor the most attractive Avengers character, but this polish is so beautiful. The deep red, and it's loaded with all of this good stuff. Red's a color that I love. Like, I gravitate to red, especially like the deeper, more vampy kind of reds. But I don't find myself wearing them too often. I feel like I need to change that and make like a notable note in my head because these are really beautiful and they are really flattering on my skin tone. So I really like God of Thunder. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.